Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to play around with makeup, and I decided, if you watched my last video, you saw that I ordered two of the Revolution palettes, the 80s and the 90s, and I thought it would be really fun to do half a face of 90s, half a face of 80s looks. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to play around. That way I can see how these perform. I've never used anything by them. I'm pretty excited to jump into this and see what we can do. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I am going to spray my face a little bit first. I think I'll use my Gerard Cosmetics. I think this is the... Which one is this? This is the cucumber one. Just to moisturize my face. 80s and 90s foundation tend to be, if you ever look at pictures from then, a lot of it was very matte. So I'm going to attempt to do matte today. It tends to sink into my fine lines a little bit more. So any help I can get with moisture is going to be greatly appreciated while I'm moving stuff around here. Sorry about it. I'm going to start off with using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer all over this face. And I grew up in the 80s. I was born in 77, so I grew up in the 80s and 90s. And my mom always said I was a teenager before I was a teenager, because I was always going next door to my neighbor's house, and I would sit there and watch MTV all day long before I was even a teenager. So I got obsessed with like Bon Jovi and Madonna and George Michael and Poison. Poison, actually, I had a poster of Poison, because if you don't know who Poison is, I'll try to put a picture of them here, but to me, it just, the 80s, it's kind of when my love for makeup started, you know. I always saw my mom doing makeup, but also music. There was a lot of bands who would wear makeup and eyeliner, and they'd have the long hair, and they'd look so pretty, but they blended the lines of masculine and feminine with the eyeliner and the lipstick and the blush and all that stuff. And I just thought it was so cool that people did that. It was totally awesome. So that's kind of what sparked my interest in it, that I was like, boys can be really pretty, but yet like rock out and do all this really cool stuff. So I've always kind of had this fascination with it. So that's kind of my inspiration. Of course, Madonna and Cyndi Lauper and all those too. So let's just see how this is going to turn out. This can be a hot mess express, because as you all know, I am a hot mess express. So I'm going to be taking two foundations. I'm going to take, of course, my Flower Light Illusion, but I'm also going to mix it with the Maybelline, what is this, Superstay foundation, because this is more of a matte, but I don't want it so matte that I cake up and get crunchy, because nobody wants to get crunchy, right? So let's see. I'm just going to mix these on my little Ben Nye mixing palette. This is, I got this from like a theatrical store. And we'll just start slathering this on my face. Here's the thing with having a bald head. It's because you don't have a hairline to stop. It's like, where do you stop? Do you keep going back? I don't want to do my whole head. Don't want to do my whole head. Okay, that's going to have to be good enough. Now I'm just going to take the Master Fix. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit of concealer. Not much, just a little bit under my eye. I'm going to be using the Benefit Cakeless Concealer Boing. Boing. I've never used this, so we'll see how this works. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then I'm going to set it with the Maybelline Master Fix Setting Perfecting Loose Powder and Translucent. Okay, before we go any more crazy, I will tell you right now, this is going to be super cakey. I know it may look alright on camera, but girl, It's a lot of product. So for eyebrows, I'm going to do, which side? I'm going to do the 80s look on this side. They didn't have a lot of like brow products, but I'm just going to be using this Great Lash Clear mascara and just kind of set my brow. Now we will go into our Revelation, now that's what I call makeup 80s palette, and see what we can do. I was saying in my other video, you know, a lot of people think that just neon colors are kind of what the 80s was about. It is to some extent, but 80s was not just neons, it was bright colors. So this is what the color selection in this looks like. So a lot of times I would see kind of, I looked at a lot of pictures because in my head it's different than what it actually was. So I saw a lot of like people use kind of these colors as like the all over color, and then they would have just like a bright color on the lid. So that's kind of what we're going to do. I think I'm going to start off with this one. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have a name. We'll just go in there. And I'm using just this Moda brush. I'm just going to remember I'm not doing this on both eyes. So it is a little powdery. They like to take this all the way up. This has a nice big mirror. I really like this mirror in here. We're going to take that same color and go underneath too. Alright, so what do we want to do? I want to do just a bright blue, something like that. Or do you want to do a green? I'm just going to take a packer brush. It's kind of a turquoise. And this I'm going to pack on all over the lid. Yeah, this is very 80s. Like I said, there is fallout. It is a little patchy. I think I want to add, it's not coming across as green. So we're going to take some of this green over here and let's go over the top of it and see what happens. That is a crazy look. Alright, and I'm going to dust this. We're going to take this on out. Now, I think this worked pretty well. I think the colors kind of, they are very dry. They are a little chalky, and they are a little splotchy. But you can work with them, and this is about what I wanted. For the 80s side, I have this color here, which is the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liner. And this is in Fresh. Now that I got it open, we will take this LA Girl eyeliner and see how this looks. Ooh, I really like these. Got them in a plethora of colors. Let's go ahead and do some mascara. I'm going to use the Voluminous Lash Paradise. I would do colored mascara, but I don't have any. I bought some NYX ones, but I didn't really like them. I know ColourPop has some. I probably should try some of those. Okay, so that's the 80s eye. Now we have to do the contouring. Back in the 80s, they didn't contour. They just blushed the high hell out of their face. So I actually ordered a Nars blush palette. It's just not here yet. So I do have a sample of their Orgasm. I love sampling Orgasms. So we're going to blush the crap out of my face. And I'll probably regret this. I think their blushes were a lot darker, actually. So let me go in here and see if I can... Now I'm just looking crazy. They did. They overdid everything. Problem is that Orgasm blush has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it's not so matte. Speaking of which, now it's time for the lips. For this side, we are going to be using Grape Soda, which is a purple color. Okay, I want to go over that with this Metal Matte Grape Crush. Okay, it's as good as it's gonna get. I get a little crazy with stuff, and I want to keep messing with it till I get it to way I want it to, but this is very 80s. So now we're gonna start on the 90s side. The 90s side, they did a lot of the muted colors. It's more of the browns. They didn't go as harsh with the colors. Let's see what we got in this one. First, let me do the eyebrows. I'm going to use this brown pencil. This is just a Mayron pencil. I'm also going to use this for my lip liner too. There we go. So let's go. That shade looks almost identical to the last one. There's so many shades that look identical in here. So let's start with, let's go with Entertain Us. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this purple. I've literally went into like this one, this one, this one. I've added a little bit of this purple in there. And I think now let's go into Techno Beat and try to make that my lid color. It's not going to be super bright. At least I'm hoping it's not. I say that's Techno Beat, but there's 5 shades above it, so 90s was more like khakis and browns, that sort of thing. But they also had kind of their silvers. They have this silvery color here. That's going on my brow bone. I'm just going to use my finger. Okay, I think that's about where I want it to be. Now we get to bronze up the face. We're gonna add a little bit of this coral. I kind of went into like these 3 shades, and then we'll just add just a hint. That's such a stark difference between Now we'll go ahead and go in with the eyeliner. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Lash retractable eyeliner, and I'm going to smudge this out. Smudge it out. Alright, let's go in with mascara. Trying to get this eye look correct is driving me crazy. Okay, that's good enough on that. Now I'm going to line the lips with this, and then I'm going to do my lipstick. Alright, and I'm going to be using, fittingly enough, 1995. Okay, I'm gonna call this good. So This was a little crazy. It's a little off-putting trying to do two different looks on each side because one is very like, you know, one is very colorful and the other one is just like bronzed and tan and khaki and very black eyeliner. So I used this on the 90s side. I think, you know, they both performed about the same, so I use this one on the 80s side. I think they're, like I said, they're a little chalky, they're a little patchy, but they're only $15, and I feel like they had a decent color selection. First time using their products, I don't have a ton of complaints. I mean, they're cheap, and I do like it for the packaging. They are made of like hard plastic. They have a huge mirror in there, which I really like. They are usable. It just takes some using, playing around with it to try to get it to blend out and get it to look the way you want it to. So what's your favorite side, 80s or 90s? You're going to have to let me know down below. Are you following me on Instagram and Twitter, Orbiting Live? I love talking to you guys. You also see pictures of this look amongst other things on those social medias. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. When I hit 200 subscribers, I'll be doing a giveaway. I've already got a pile of stuff I am working on. So please share this with people. You know, anybody you know that would probably like my content. I would love to have them. And then we'll have a giveaway, and then somebody will win some free stuff, and then everybody will be happy. So give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment below on what you're looking forward to next. I am still trying to do my vinyl collection. I will try to get that done sometime this week, and that way you guys can see what kind of music I'm into too. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate it. I hope everyone's having a great day, evening, night, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.